Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you're from. This is Kavita Ramchan from Life Success Coaching in Mauritius. Okay, so we are continuing. I think we are going to end this chapter soon, the one that is on the image maker. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the story that Bob wants to tell us because he says this. Let me just read so you'll understand. So, Paul Hudsey's story. I would be remiss if I concluded this chapter without sharing Paul Hudsey's story with you. It all began when I received a telephone call from Charlie Beck, who was the vice president of sales for the Southwestern Home Office of the Prudential Insurance Company of America in Houston, Texas. He invited me to speak at the company's regional business conferences to be held in Toronto, Canada. He explained they had four different regions, and each region was coming in for 3 days to the conference. This meant that they wanted me to work in Toronto for approximately 12 days. Although I was living in Los Angeles at the time, Toronto was my hometown where I grew up. My family and friends all lived there, so naturally the idea appealed to me. But I asked Charlie how long I could have on the program, and he said about an hour. I think it is worth mentioning at this point that I have not as yet learned to teach anyone much in an hour, and I told him so. I explained that if he would give me 2 mornings on the program with each region, I would be glad to come and do the job for him. I wanted 2.5 hours each morning. Here I want to say something because Bob Proctor, his life when it changed, he's and the same thing he empowered all his students to do is that it didn't change just like for a period of time. No. When I'm talking about change, I'm talking about lasting change. It's just like when a child rides a bicycle, okay? Before he rode the bicycle, he didn't know how to ride a bicycle. Once he learned how to ride a bicycle, nobody can make him unlearn how to ride that bicycle, isn't it? So, this is what Bob does with his programs. He gets you results that stick. That's the program I took. And I cannot even tell you how I came out of 7 years of depression just by one program. I could not even believe it when it happened. Took me time to kind of, whoa, what just happened, And and it's a never ending learning process because now you're getting the right education. This is education for life, so we need to have the right education, the right knowledge, right? So after this, when he had to teach this, you're talking about a person's full life. You think in 1 hour he can teach somebody how to change his life? Just 1 hour. By the time you say hello, hi, and you ask questions, it doesn't happen. You want to be able to have that kind of give that value in a certain amount of time that makes a difference in the person's life. And so this is why he asked for those 2.5 hours on each morning. Charlie's southern accent was interrupted by a real deep belly laugh as he explained that they had never done anything like that in the 100-year history of the company. All of the executives had to take part in the program, and so they never gave anyone that much time. However, I stood firm. I gave him the name of a couple of other vice presidents in his company whom I had worked for, and I suggested that he call them to find out if my idea had any merit. But as I hung up the phone, I did so rather reluctantly because I really wanted the job. I must admit that I was somewhat surprised, therefore, when one of Charlie's aides phoned me back to say they were going for it. He also told me he didn't know how I had talked Charlie into doing it. But I was given 2 mornings on the program. I made up my mind right on the spot that I was going to leave these people with something special. And if they chose to use it, they could literally change their lives overnight. Not to mention what it would do for their sales records. I was going to speak on the power of an image, or to be more specific, the power of a self image and the benefits of holding a positive one. So I'm going to stop here because that's where I stop. I'm just checking on how much more I have to go to finish this chapter. But, anyways, it's quite a bit. So, this is where I want to end today and leave you with this message that before you change anything in your life, okay, you have to change. And I remember when I was going into that depressive phase, I wanted to change my life. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be happier, you know? And I just couldn't find the right person. I mean, people, I was attending sessions with gurus because gurus tend to help you calm your mind down and understand the truth of the scriptures and, to help you. And I had studied the scriptures for 4 years prior to falling into this depression, you know? And yet I was not able to find my way out. I was not able to do this on my own. I don't think anybody can do this kind of transformation alone because we are dealing with very powerful energy, you know. And when you want to change the results in your life, and you want to change them on a permanent basis, not just like, yeah, you change today and then tomorrow you see you're getting back to that same old ways. It's like basically you need to change habits. And those habits are deeply ingrained in your subconscious mind. You don't even you most people are not even aware of certain habits that they have, but those habits are really controlling their life for no fault of theirs, because those habits will have come down from past generations, past maybe lifetimes also. It's crazy. So if you want to start the year well, you want to go and learn all the lessons that of this chapter. I do it for like 10 minutes every twice a week. So all the lessons are under this live, and you want to start to understand this right knowledge, because once you start to absorb this kind of knowledge, I can guarantee you that your life is going to change with results that stick. And then you're on your own. Then you continue life on your own because now you know how to think correctly. So I'm going to leave you with this thought, and I hope that you attend my live later. I'm doing a live today because today, when I was writing the date, it was like 2023. I was writing 2022, and I realized, oh, it's 2023. And then just this thing came to my mind: why don't I share a message to the world through a live today on how, how we are all so powerful to be able to create the life we really want. So if you want to attend my live, join my profile. It will be on my profile at 2023 India time, and Mauritius time that will be around. I had written it down. I forgot. I will post it anyway. I'll post it on the video so you can attend it on my profile. So thank you so much, everyone, and have a wonderful day, a wonderful year. Happy New Year once again. Take care. Bye bye.